Ça fait quelques jours qu'on n'avait pas continué notre aventure Nobody Wants to Die. L'actualité a été riche. En plus, j'avais fini mon espèce Fallout 4. Il y a Fallout 9 qui est arrivé. Plein de choses. On va continuer. On a fait 2 épisodes pour l'instant, je crois, ou 3, je sais plus, sur Nobody Wants to Die. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un jeu narratif, essentiellement, où on est un enquêteur, un petit peu façon film noir, genre très son torturé. Voilà, il a perdu sa femme par sa propre faute. C'est lui qui est responsable de l'accident, je crois, qui a tué sa femme. Ce qui est pas ouf, hein. On est dans une utopie, donc une dystopie d'ailleurs. On est dans un monde où les gens ne meurent plus, puisqu'on peut changer de corps. Voilà. Et on est parti. Et donc, comme je vous disais, très narratif. Let's go. Je sais plus si je jouais à la souris ou à la manette, je ne sais plus. Je crois que je jouais à la manette. Ah oui, c'est vrai, on était en train de rêver.
Rachel!
Ça fait un peu peur. Il fait aucun effort pour me rejoindre, hein.
Rachel!
Oh l'angoisse. Et on a des pouvoirs un petit peu, genre enfin on peut remonter le temps et tout pour enquêter.
Waking Sarah up for a drunken call was as healthy as my usual cigarette dinner. But I needed this conversation. And something told me she needed it too. Anyway, it was a nice contrast with all these conversations that leave me hungover even when I don't drink.
Alors il a effectivement un problème avec l'alcool. Et Sarah, c'est sa nouvelle coéquipière. Qui elle aime bien quand on respecte la loi, etc. Puisqu'ils sont flics, hein. Mais lui, il préfère la vérité avant tout.
I shouldn't be driving like this. Seems like the whole city's turning to dust, and I still feel the festive atmosphere. We gather around the fire, sing songs, argue about politics. Thanks to this charade, you lie to yourself for another year that your life matters. Shit. I have to go home.
Non, ça a pas l'air d'aller.
Not good.
Welcome home. James, Kara. I recommend immediate decontamination. The level of contamination of the shell is alarmingly above all norms.
I know.
The synchronization test will take place soon. Please do not leave the apartment for the next 24 hours.
Fuck! Where are
don't you already know who the murderer is?
How did I...
Hey, doesn't the hero die at the end?
Ça marche, pirateur. Passe une bonne soirée.
Yes. Glad he's trying.
And when will you cuff me?
You want me to cuff you?
Don't you want to?
If I don't get up from this couch and grab my drugs, I'll die. Drugs should be in the kitchen. Or the restroom. Maybe upstairs. Damn, empty. I think I had a...
In ancient cultures, the Moirai were an allegory of destiny. They represented the brutal laws that governed the world, and only exceptional mortals.
Wow.
You look terrible lately. Try to smile a little, just a little bit.
There's nothing in this one either. Well, that leaves the kitchen.
Attention! The sync test is ready. Immediately approach the Hestia module.
Ouais, t'inquiète, j'aurais pas de soucis qu'il aurait eu. Y'a pas de problème, j'ai pas de difficulté de ce côté-là. Ça va. C'est pas parce que je ne mode pas les jeux que je ne sais pas le faire. Le Zeppelin qui ornait depuis des années les cieux de New York s'est écrasé dans les rues de Brooklyn. Grâce à l'intrépidité de la police, les dégâts sont restés minimes. L'origine de cette effroyable catastrophe reste inconnue. Des sources officieuses évoquent une panne et une explosion du moteur principal. Alors l'amendement, blablabla... C'est le fameux désastre ferroviaire. L'année dernière a viré au cauchemar pour les habitants du centre de Harlem. Un train municipal a déraillé et prélevé un lourd tribut. Des dizaines de personnes ont été admises au centre de transfert cognitif, donc 2 policiers. L'origine de la catastrophe n'a pas été révélée officiellement, mais il y a de nombreux signalements d'explosions et de coups de feu.
Logged. James, Kara, welcome back. I'm starting the synchro test.
Please take a deep breath and imagine a safe space. Feel the ground under your feet. Excellent. Very literally, but perfect. Please select a seat. Our own death is a difficult experience that we naturally repress from consciousness. In order to enable smooth functioning in the new body, We need to remember the last moments of our lives and
together face the trauma of the last death. Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
before we get to the point, please recall the first death.
It was just an injury. I just changed my body, and my old shell went to the Hall of Fame. It looks pretty good there.
Please start calibration process. Calibration successful. Thank you. Let's go to the memories. It's time to confront them. Proceed to the next stage. The key to synchronization is the ability to put the past into perspective. Please try to do this. You are at the peak of your abilities and career. Have you thought about buying a Synchro Plus program?
Thanks. I can't afford it.
No worries. Common tests work just as well. Please, continue.
Je pense qu'il faut monter là-dessus.
A new body, a new chapter in life?
I had no choice. I didn't synchronize with the new shell like I did with my original.
Positive rate threshold is 80%.
Maybe for you. In sports, a fraction of it.
Excellent. You found a new purpose in life. Finding yourself in a new reality is a huge challenge.
Turns out I have a knack for this job.
Do you miss your job?
You don't even realize.
Let's move on to the last death event.
Ça aussi, ça rend bien. Je peux pas dézoomer plus, c'est dommage.
It seems that the complexity of the trauma will not allow us to continue.
I can handle it.
Synchronization is a process, not an act. Try to isolate minor events using all your senses, or stop and extend the recovery period.
No. I'll remember. I'll get it from my memory. Some shine, grease, burn, and...
Excellent.
Seriously? I had a chance to hit him, but my gun jammed, even though I cleaned it the day before.
Who did you want to hit?
All I remember is we were on a mission. Me and Seth. A powerful explosion. I think it derailed the train. My ears were ringing and... Fuck! I don't remember.
What about Seth and the one you were chasing? Can you focus on them?
I'll try. So many bodies. I had to get him. Dispense justice. The bastard kept eluding me. I knew he got hit hard. But this...
James, do you blame yourself for what happened to him?
We got a lousy job. He knew the risks. But I was his partner. He relied on me.
Ooh.
Unstable simulation.
We'd better stop for today, all right?
Now? When do I get a chance to pass the damn test? I won't let this go. I can't. I'll finish it, and I'll be back where I belong.
Oh là.
Attention. Dynamic element detected.
C'est stylé, hein?
James, it's dangerous. It could be projection, not recollection.
What projections? This is my fucking window.
C'est pas mal ce passage.
We recommend staying home. Your mental state is very strained and you need time to recuperate.
How long until I'm back to work?
From 9 to 12 months. Estimates may change.
Fuck! Sarah, I fucked up. I don't know how to say this, but I think I'm admitting guilt.
What happened? Is everything all right? What have you done?
I can't do anything. I've no chance to go back.
James,
No. I'll finish the case. I won't leave it like this, but I won't drag you down with me. I'm sorry for earlier. I'll cover all traces. I can't drag everyone down all the time. You didn't deserve it.
whew. Wow, that's very kind of you.
Excuse me?
You're such a drama queen sometimes. What did you think, I'd leave it like that? I'll leave you with it? I have a few leads to discuss.
Really?
You think you're the only person in this town who wants to know what's going on?
Let's get busy then.
Oh. C'est parti.
Where do we start?
Since the Zeppelin crashing into the building right after Green's death is more than just a lucky break.
Lucky?
For us. Definitely not for them. You know exactly what I mean. Let's start with the connection between the Green case and the Icarus shooting.
Alors. Qu'est-ce que l'affaire de Green et la fusillade de Icarus doivent bien avoir en commun? Donc Green, c'est un mec qui a été assassiné pour info. Le projet de loi. Il y avait l'histoire du projet de loi, hein, clairement. Alors, il y a le politicien. Ça peut être pas mal.
Burn to a crisp.
Was that laughter?
No. You've identified him. Great.
Yeah, it's a developer named Travis Collette.
Travis Collette. Bonjour, Travis. Travis Collette. Travis Collette.
James!
Sorry.
Ok, ce mec. Non, ça va pas avec. Et là, on a quoi? Ah, la liste de Green, bien sûr. Le politicien avait peur que quelqu'un... il n'a pas pu attendre plus longtemps pour mettre ce projet à exécution.
So the watch with a photo wasn't evidence of a friendly quarrel between Kovalev and Green?
They were obviously very close.
Et ça va pas ensemble. Là, j'aurais vraiment pensé... Ah oui, non, c'est vrai qu'il faut les mettre dessus. Voilà. Donc, paf, paf. Et du coup, on peut mettre lui dessus. Non, pas ça, du coup. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Vengeance contre le promoteur. Pas fameux. Le politicien a peur que quelqu'un qui n'a pas pu attendre il a demandé une faveur à son ami. Ok. Pour finir le travail, il était visiblement important d'assister les personnes importantes. Pourquoi Kovalu aurait fait ça? Alors, il y a la loi sur le corps. Kovalu avait dans le sang des substances que Sarah n'a pas réussi à identifier. Je vais tenter la loi quand même.
Fuckers. I still can't believe it.
At least their plans will take a while longer.
Bon bah c'est par rapport à ce qu'il a dans le sang alors.
Was the toxicology of the rest clean?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it was normal for this social class.
Ok, c'était ça. Encore un point commun entre Kovalu et Green. Est-ce qu'il a connu le même sort? Ils étaient proches, mais il n'y a pas grand chose qui s'est réuni dans cette affaire. On n'a rien de suspect dans son sang. Ok. Ok. Je vais remettre cela quand même. Après, est-ce qu'on peut remettre eux? Trouver le lien, mais il reste plus beaucoup de liens possibles.
The famous psychologist back in the circle of
Ah,
suspects.
mais oui, mais elle, c'est la meuf de
More on
Kovalu.
the periphery.
Ah non? Ok, j'aurais pensé. On va avoir tout mis. Le symbole de serpent, il était sur les deux.
It looks fresh this time. Probably made on the day of the massacre.
Sarah, do you have
C'est
access to
serpent.
the CTC registers?
Just checked. Kovalev's Zekerite never made it there, which means that this is another...
This is another final death. They both left this world, and they left behind quite a mess.
Do you think they managed to carry out the plan from Green's letter?
All we know is they gave their lives for it.
Could anyone here know Green and Kovalev were up to something?
Damned good question.
Let's check.
Là, je veux juste voir un truc, mais... Ah, je peux pas. Donc je le remets, hop. Ah, je peux plus les voir, dommage. Quelqu'un aurait-il pu savoir que Green évolue à quelque chose derrière la tête? Bah, la psychiatre, là. Pardon, mais... Hein?
Salma again. She might have known something.
Would Kovalev have let her go then?
She could pull strings.
All the more reason for Kovalev to take her down, right? On one hand, he was just a pawn.
You mixing game metaphors?
Hey, people say that.
Never mind. You're right.
Travis. Donc lui, il en savait encore moins que Green. D'ailleurs, ça donne quoi? S'il avait été dans le secret, il a sûrement joué un rôle plus important, ok. Bah, il y a l'homme de l'ombre, alors.
Chief's errand boy.
I wonder how big his stable was. As the chief's trusted man, he must have known about Green's death.
Just what was he looking for here?
Qu'est-ce qu'il est venu foutre ici?
I still don't know how he encrypted the Icarite. Why do something like that?
To avoid answers when your corpse turns up in an inconvenient situation.
Are you sure?
Yes, roughly. Actually, let's look at it from a different angle.
Good idea.
Donc ça là. Ça je pense pas. Voilà. Si venu boire un verre, ce n'est pas par hasard. Ah mais Prometteur, je l'ai pas testé.
Sarah, this guy
Ah,
also
je l'ai
built
pas mis.
Green's building, right?
Je me suis trompée entre
Built
deux.
it? I mean, he added more floors to it. I don't think anyone builds buildings from scratch.
They still did that in my day. Let's follow this.
Bon, là je mets le politicien.
James.
Non?
Just wondering.
Ah, ils étaient pas à la même table. Pardon, je ne savais pas. Et non plus, j'imagine. Attends, ça c'est quoi? Non. Dean a rencontré Travis, un riche promoteur. Pourquoi? Ah, pour
That
l'installation.
tell you
en fait.
something?
Shit. Too many copper phase conductors with polyvinyl insulation.
What?
Donc essayer de faire
I
un
really
complexe,
don't
on va
know.
probablement aller visiter ce truc. Et oui. On va totalement aller visiter ce complexe, c'est sûr. Dean a demandé à Travis les plans de son appartement. Qu'est-ce que Green a voulu dire dans sa lettre?
Holy shit. So Dean was buying the blueprints for Green's apartment from Colette. And Colette didn't know about Green's death. And that order not to board Icarus. You think Dean was following the chief's orders?
I bet if he could, Steiner would have handled it differently. But at this level and in this city, it's impossible.
So the chief was paying for information?
He doesn't make the rules of the game. He was trying to work inside those rules.
Investigating? Ugh, but these plans, James. Did we miss something with Green?
On va y retourner.
Another damn good question.
As long as everyone's focused on the riot now, the apartment should be empty.
Great. Let's finish what we started.
Diagnostics complete. Repair cost and fine, $938.
Ah, fuck you. And don't wait for me with dinner. I'll be late. After our little nightly talk, I knew I wasn't alone in all this. Sarah may have been only a voice in my earpiece, but it was a voice of integrity and reason, which was what I needed at times, and which could be switched off at other times, and unlike other such voices, without grabbing a bottle.
Oh, c'est beau.
James,
Très beau, hein?
should I send you a sleeping bag? Get a move on. Turn on the camera. Stand back. The feds secured the entrance.
Could you?
I'm on it.
You get excited when you do something illegal.
I'm in rehab, so don't tempt me.
I'd like to see your file.
I erased it. Good luck with that.
I have my ways.
Ready.
Everything ends where it begins.
You watch too many movies. So what are we looking for?
A red X.
Okay. Any ideas?
Oh, dessus, ils ont mis des trucs avec les... pour indiquer les preuves. Ah! Je pensais que c'était ici, le lieu indiqué. En bas alors. Là.
The fucking safe? Did they just clean it out?
Are you sure it's this safe?
If there was anything here, the feds got it.
I'm sorry.
We missed this one. Can you at least check what they took?
Probably. Okay. I'm convinced. Are we getting out of here?
Wait,
James,
it's not about the safe.
you just said the complete opposite.
I changed my mind.
They took everything out. What do you want us to do? X-ray it?
Great idea.
Why am I saying anything?
See? Cables lead somewhere.
Probably to the washing machine.
Over. There's some interference. Can you repeat?
Hello?
Yes?
Storm's coming. The electronics are freaking out.
Where do they lead?
What? What? To the electricity. Ugh, never mind.
T'as un peu peur là? Ah, c'est de l'autre côté. Ah.
The wall is a meter from the safe. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe we're missing something. Safe?
I'll lock him up.
You're asking my opinion?
What next?
We have a card. Bingo! The first rich dude's secret wall safe of my career.
You should be a thief.
I'm building my resume.
Nice to see you develop.
Hey, fuck you. This was my idea. Don't push it. James, what is happening?
Sarah? Oh, fuck. So Green at a private dungeon. And perhaps it holds his stamp collection. Another victim. Just more questions. Brian Theodore Coven. What are you doing here? If it wasn't for his donations, orphanages in the city would disappear. Formal dress. A meeting? With a murderer? With Green? Let's check where you came from, Coven.
On voit ça un peu, hein.
What?
En vrai, ouais, je vais juste baisser le son un peu. Hop.
Fuck!
Making a mess. Get your act together. Don't you already know who the murderer is?
James?
I tried to, you know.
Are you there?
Sarah?
James, I thought you had joined the noble ranks of the dead.
How do you... Who... Where are you?
Why don't we start with where you are?
What is this place? What happened here?
Well, I have bad news. You're late for the party.
Crushed by a chandelier. Fancy way to go. The governor. Sans pants. Prestigious guest list. Chris Everson. Even my idiot neighbor has a bumper sticker. Wonder what he thinks about him and the law now. Anna Turner. Used to be a sports writer. We had some interesting interviews when my team was winning. Then she got into politics and became editor of the whole paper. You had your last deadline. He was standing under it. I'll pick him up and find out who it is. Maybe I can lift the chandelier. What did you do to deserve your mask? Or maybe you actually wore it every day.
On va faire ça, mais je veux regarder les autres endroits d'abord.
This reminds me of something. I saw one just like it in the safe. Only degenerates can afford to endure prohibition with dignity. I knew a guy who raised money for a movie over 2 shells. She didn't like it and started adding conditions. You can't show it like that. The kiss is too long. Costumes like this aren't appropriate for kids. The boy ended up hanging himself. But she censored articles about it and nobody found out. Masks can be symbolic. Maybe members have to earn them. Another crime scene, another bar. Clearly, booze is as deadly as they say. How to quell the masses. How nice. They even think about us after hours.
Well, their plans will have to wait.
Alors, sénatrice opposée au gouvernement, elle gagnera la confiance des masses, les braquera sur autre chose que l'amendement. Le gouverneur annoncera des mesures de sécurité renforcées. Des sujets de diversion, par l'assistante, les contacter tous les 3 d'ici demain.
She knew what was going on.
And she took part anyway.
Rappelle-toi la dernière fois, parler de l'aspect financier. Que se passera-t-il si les frais d'abonnement s'envolent? À tous les coups, il répondra qu'il ira à l'aide sociale pour venir en aide aux plus démunis. Au point où on est, il faudrait surtout qu'il la ferme.
Interesting.
This notebook is worth a fortune.
Then why did you leave him?
Question à ne pas poser, la question de l'inflation des corps. Qu'est-ce qu'ils sont? Où est-ce qu'ils sont? Jamais à Green, sauf s'il rédige un testament. Au président, évitez de l'interroger sur ses relations avec sa fille, un scandale par peau. En plus de son syndrome de Stockholm qui n'est plus en secret pour personne, difficile de dire s'il reste quoi que ce soit de croustillant à en tirer.
What?
And thus, conspiracy theories are born.
Nouveau projet, création d'une société secrète. Trouver des membres, des revendications, une théorie techno-conspirationniste à la con, une histoire d'alien peut-être. Green ne sera sûrement pas d'accord. Un moyen d'en faire de la publicité, une vidéo, trouver des figurants. Ah mais ça l'a pas compté lui?
Blagojevich. Journalistic scum. Why were you keeping this company? I'm asking the questions this time. Sorry it's too late. The fire upstairs must have damaged the wires. Okay. But why did he fall? And where's the killer? Shot. Needs a closer look. The Emperor of Screens. Make that God. There's no movie studio that doesn't kiss his ring. Or maybe a little lower.
He influences more people than you think.
What is this? Everybody lies?
They learn to live a lie.
Okay, what happened here? Where's the damn killer? How did they die?
Losing your nerve?
Never mind. He was standing here before the chandelier fell on his head.
Tous tout nus, hein?
Adam Cadis. Why am I not surprised to see you? Debauchery is your specialty. Who brings a gun to a fancy party?
Fucking lack of culture.
8mm. Were you sitting here with a loaded gun?
Think twice before inviting a paranoia case.
A shootout started. You probably didn't consider that. You didn't shoot that fucking thing down on your own head.
Are you sure?
You shot the killer. Was that... How are you feeling?
Better every minute.
He aimed toward the piano. Glass, a lot of shrapnel. Where did it come from? I'll get back to that. Weird. The trail ends here. Lots of glass under your feet and nothing around. The killer had plenty of time to cover all traces. Like you got hit by a truck. Why so much glass?
Any complaints?
Fuck no. Glass, you, blood. Every piece brings me closer to you.
Je me rappelle plus c'est quoi ça. Ah oui.
He could have believed it all.
What if he hated himself and helped create a world where everyone hated each other?
As if he flew over the barrier? It's not everything. Gotta be more. Blagojevich. What do they have to pay him to take all the public's hate? So that was his spot. Government critic sitting with a propagandist. Yeah, burn it all down.
Monsieur Blagojevich.
Government critic sitting with a propagandist.
Le conseil et moi-même avons décidé d'accueillir favorablement votre requête et de vous convier au club. La date et l'heure vous seront communiquées discrètement par coursier. Si vous souhaitez vous présenter sous une autre peau, munissez-vous d'une invitation. Dans l'attente de vous voir.
Shoe print. Maybe he ran? Where was the killer? Shit. Not enough data. I still don't know what this asshole was doing. Did you run away? Why in this direction? It doesn't make sense. Looks too rich for my blood. A broken bottle? Did you chase the guy with it? I can respect that. Where were you sitting? Maybe the glass shards will
Oups. Je savais pas que ça allait passer comme ça.
Bingo. So you were sitting here. You attacked, even though bullets were flying everywhere. What made you do that? That's where you were hiding.
your chance. No need to run across the middle of it all.
Well, better to do something than nothing at all in a situation like that. Although, as you can see, this is no guarantee of success.
He was done running. He fell limply. Maybe he died in flight.
Alright.
Yet something or someone stopped him. He shot at Blagojevich. Low. Maybe Blagojevich saw Cadis and liked both their odds better. Did you feel a cold sweat on your back?
It would take more than that.
Right. You were lucky with that chandelier shot anyway. What the... Did you do this?
Someone's being paranoid here. It's just fucking wiring.
Which gets in the way of my work. Need more light.
Who's Sarah?
What?
You mumbled her name when you were lying on the ground.
Don't know. I was delirious.
Misery loves company, especially in the Force. Is she your liaison?
I'm off duty.
Right.
High voltage. Must be powering something big. Let's see what happens when we connect this contraption. What is this?
Eh bien.
Couldn't he just keep his skeletons in the regular closet like the rest of us?
J'avoue que là...
Now I know where the damn glass came from.
Ah oui,
I
du
thought
coup.
nothing could surprise me today. Are these the ones I saw in holograms? Let's start with the photos.
Ah non, je voulais faire une photo bien, mais il y a les photos à prendre. Bon, je vais prendre celui-là.
Senator Patricia Terrence. Oh, this is rich. They've been trying to make her out to be a terrorist for decades because she wanted to change the world. It turns out that they're all on one payroll. The wound looks burnt. Someone was shooting at close range. Blood trail. And anything else? It's time for pictures of your friend.
C'était esthétique comme ça. Hop.
I don't know you. They slaughtered him and bled him for fun. Is it an Icarite? No. It's impossible. It must be some kind of imitation.
Are you sure?
How did it all start? Was she the one who murdered him? Let's start with who the hell that guy is.
You know that by solving this case, you're helping cover it up.
Aren't you tired of these games? What's your point?
I want to help you.
Sure, because you're such a noble guy, right?
On Icarus, you
Voilà, là, il y aura
couldn't
pas
do the
d'interface.
right thing. Let me show you whose side you picked.
How fucking kind of you.
Comme ça. Et là, on n'a pas d'interface. Sauf si on regarde le Who is the guy. On aura toujours de l'interface, quoi.
Same weapon?
Ah, c'est marrant, il y a un truc de lecture qui est pas le bon.
9mm. And empty. You were shooting blindly at Cadus. Pretty much everyone here knows each other. Drake's star? I thought he was using a different body. The actor and the senator's husband. They've always been inseparable. He looks like a victim, but I wouldn't go all in on that.
There can be ecstasy in death.
It's, an expensive fetish. "9mm, same assailant. Looks like the victim bled out before he got shot. Maybe the killer lost his shit. Lots of moving targets. He had to be in a rush. He could have left additional bullet marks. That kind of trail could help me figure out where he was firing from." It went straight through. Another casualty of your sick shit.
Imitation made from eco marble.
I admire all forms of art, especially when it helps to establish a shooting position.
C'était sûr que ça venait de derrière. Hein.
Who are you?
Aspiring liaison. How am I doing? Am I as good as that Sarah of yours?
Wonder who painted it.
Want one for the living room?
I'm not sure it matches my couch. Suddenly a shooter appears and takes out our star. Looks like he almost bled out before you shot him.
Are you suggesting there was more than one killer?
Unlike the rest, this one was murdered voluntarily. However fucked up that sounds.
Décidément.
Different blood types.
Presumably, the senator had a pleasurable time with Drake.
Before you got her.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai raté avec les UV hein? Ok. Ah,
She was bleeding like hell.
mais bah on s'en doutait, hein. Elle était pas morte d'une crise cardiaque. Ah.
The senator used them as a shield. She gets hit and plays dead. Smart move. Maybe when they're incognito, it's easier for them to open up to send. Was she trying to escape?
Là.
Ritual
Ah, elle
toy.
voulait se défendre.
Sharp. The senator must have held it. Drake's blood. And maybe yours too.
Ils font des trucs chelous, hein.
Don't worry. I'm fine.
She was always ready to fight. That's why people believed in her. Was she waiting for her moment? Drake had type O negative blood. This is a different type. She surprised you? Ton of lead and burned skin. They had to struggle, but he had the upper hand. A 9mm beats a piece of steel.
Ça, c'est certain.
She crawled away. Didn't you notice? Something else get your attention?
Ah, par là-bas. Et voilà. Ça rejoint l'autre scène.
She almost gets you.
I guess you're on her side.
I can tell you that if she got you, she'd have my vote. Broken ribs. You crushed her when you fell on her, and she still didn't give up.
You underestimate me.
At least I understand the low position you shot Blagojevich from. And remember, Kata's shot in this direction. Good to know that not everything goes your way.
It's going great. Trust me.
So you scurried away like a cockroach.
Ah là, non?
A bullet from a revolver. Probably Katis's. I wonder how that got here. They almost got you. You had to find a way. And you did. Real fancy. You were lucky as fuck.
Don't underestimate me.
I wouldn't dare. How long have you been planning to kill that chandelier? Lucky. But respect where it's due. Also a really good shot. You made it. But I'd like to see your face after that. Your real face. Covered in blood and drool, twisted in fear.
Think it was any different than yours when you came in here?
You're always watching me, aren't you? Monitoring? You watching me with cameras? The holograms. Somehow they were recorded. These holograms must be stored somewhere. There must be some tapes here. But where? Billy Coriacci. She wins the Best Actress award year after year. This is getting boring already.
They want you to believe that she's brilliant. They say it's not even Coriacci anymore.
Then who is it? We met in other shells. She played a baseball player, and the director arranged for her to shadow me. Suddenly, Rachel started showing up more often at practice matches. A recording console? I wonder what it turns on. Zilch.
Alors, je vais pas m'asseoir, hein, de base. Mais bon. Ok.
Did you leave the shrine with the weapons? Very subtle. I'll check to see if any victims were killed with this gun. .9mm, 5 bullets, half-empty clip. Did the killer shoot it? Or did they shoot at him? What does she have to do with all this? E.G. We go back to the beginning. Edward Green. What did you have on him?
Look around. Do you really think anyone would need more than what you see?
Ah, faut que je refasse ça du coup. Terrible. Pas très Twitch friendly tout ça. Hein. Alors.
Let's see where you take me. Another. This must be a dead end.
Mais non, mais non. Oh. Attends, mais je suis en train de faire tout le tour là.
Cables run deeper.
Voilà.
Fuck. Not now. So close.
Ah oui, puisque ça venait d'en dessous. Oh, c'est stylé.
So, Mount Olympus comes with a pocket Hades, a frozen hell where people pay the price for the gods' eternal hangover.
Ouais, c'est stylé un peu, hein.
I recognize this body. It should belong to an actor with his throat slit. The youngest bodies possible. No certificates.
Bon, j'imagine que c'est censé être des corps de zinzin.
Does it look familiar?
Like documents from the CTC, though the certificate is missing.
Oh, encore gâché par le truc écrit en gros.
Same as on the table at Green's. He was here.
Sans blague. C'est chez lui en même temps, hein.
Fucking Icarite transmitter.
You want to try it out?
Fuck you. I'm not like them. Icarite in this one? Age 21. There's some unknown kid.
The former owner of the stabbed body?
They're all at the first subscription age. If they didn't pay it, they could lose their bodies. But Icarites... Why isn't anyone looking for them?
Orphanages. That's why Green and Coven funded them so generously. Only until they turned 21, of course.
Motherfuckers.
Putain, on s'y attendait à ce genre de scandale, hein. Et ça.
Green was probably using the recordings for blackmail.
No matter how much evil was around, Green would still grab them by the balls.
Better focus on you. You have your 5 fucking minutes of fame.
I warn you that I may disappoint you.
Wait, what? This is Green. Senator. Attacking his back. He's the one killing them all. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Did you force him to do it? How the fuck did you do that? What did you have on him?
That's your job. I don't want to get overly involved. I'm not your cheap little slum secretary, Sarah Kai.
What? How the fuck did you get her full name?
Did you think you're the only one I spend time with?
Sarah? You there? Fuck. I've restored the power. That should work. If you do anything to her, I'll find you and take you apart piece by piece.
Don't keep me waiting. Just wondering, since you saw what Green's guests were capable of, will you trap their souls in rotting bodies?
Fuck you!
Or will you let them return to Olympus like nothing happened?
What did you do to her? This much gel could blow up the Senate.
You can punish them.
I will find you.
Do you think anyone will find them here?
If I shut them in here...
Yes.
And the victims?
Maybe they want revenge.
What kind of sick game is this?
Or leave the door open. Your friends will find everything, and it'll blow over in a week.
I'm not Green. You can't buy me. The silence in my earpiece was even more overwhelming than my own stupidity. When I was gallivanting in hell, the murderer emerged from there to get Sarah.
Voilà, on va s'arrêter ici du coup. Juste avant que ça charge.
How could I let myself be tricked like this?
Oh. Juste attendre un moment où je peux quitter parce que...
Never revolved around you, idiot. If someone says that, they're fucking with you. Remember that already.
C'est vraiment stylé.
I knew more or less where she lived, but not how she lived. I would say below poverty line. If not for the fact that I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up. Somehow I have to find her.
Ok, bon, on va quitter là. Tac. J'espère que ça va bien sauvegarder, mais je pense que oui. C'est pas mal comme histoire, hein. J'aime bien, on a envie de voir ce qui se trame, hein. Je vois bien un finish où en fait notre ancien nous qui était pas full synchro a fait quelque chose et s'en souvient pas à cause du traumatisme. Quelque chose de négatif. On verra. Ou alors sa femme a jamais existé, ou alors sa femme l'a manipulé. Il y aura un retournement de situation, c'est certain. Est-ce que Sarah existe? On va découvrir tout ça prochaine session. Comme j'ai dit, ce let's play sera complet, alors après, voilà, je le mets quand j'ai le temps. Et l'envie aussi, tout simplement, de faire une petite session. Du coup, vous aurez la suite prochainement.